All right, guys, you will not believe this. Literally, as we are recording, John Julio surprised me. He was nice enough to go to the influence store and to buy a draft ticket with his influence and found out that there were still spoilers and got one for the podcast. And
Heck yeah.
lo and behold, we got it right now as we're recording. So thank you, John, so much for doing this for our listeners. I really appreciate you. I know they do as well.
Yeah, I'm really stoked to be able to do this. I just assumed they were all purchased, and then on top of that, they said let a few days pass, and I was sweating whether it would actually show up, and like you said, it literally showed up as we were talking about these other spoiler cards. So we got a hot off the presses one here for you that no one has seen except for us.
Boom! Oh, I feel so powerful. All right, super excited. So here we go. John, let's do the honors. Why don't you break down Strange Ally for us?
Cool. Yeah, so this is a Soldier Stranger. It's 3 and Argent, so Justice Shadow in the casting cost. It is a 2/2 unit, and the text reads, when a player plays a stranger, they play a -1/-1 curse on a non-stranger enemy unit. Pay 2 and exhaust Strange Ally to give one of your units a random battle skill. So that's a spicy stranger right there.
Yeah, I definitely like where they're going with the new strangers, where it's somewhat symmetrical as far as the abilities, but it's not overpowered where you're not creating these ridiculous board states like there were on one of the highlight videos from the Cube. And a -1/-1 curse can do some work. It can definitely do some work,
especially when you're playing a stranger, 1 or 2 per turn in a stranger themed deck, and this one's more kind of a throwback ability because it is when a player plays a stranger, but it's not just some overpowered thing either. So a lot of the other strangers we've been seeing spoiled care about like an attacking stranger or something like that, but this one is more of the throwback style stranger, and then it has a standing ability that seems relevant as well.
Yeah, if you're ever in a position where the 2/2 body isn't doing enough work for you and you're not getting value out of the static, you can pay 2 and exhaust it and then pump, granted it is random, so there is that, but if Kaifas has taught us anything, sometimes a random battle skill will work exactly what you need, and sometimes you want to smash your head into the keyboard.
Yeah, but it's like
they're fun.
In theory, it's a random battle skill that's going to go on to all of your other units, right? Because aren't they going to share the ability after that?
No.
They don't?
No.
Okay.
It says just to give one of your units a random battle skill. Like, I don't think there's a stranger that just says something like any stranger you have with battle skills is shared between them all. Like, just by their nature, they tend to have, that was the old stranger style, as basically give all your strangers this ability while they're on the battlefield kind of thing. So
here's my thing. Do you put this in a deck that's not stranger synergy for the second ability?
I mean, like we've seen like Hero of the People style decks and things like that. Like, this guy is just kind of a playable card. But the first line obviously means you want it to be at least relatively stranger focused. But the second part. So this also means it might be a little more playable in limited because of the activating. The ability that you can activate over multiple turns is going to be relevant in a game of limited.
Yeah, I think in limited this card can be fairly strong. Of note, it is still a non-stranger enemy unit, so it can't kill itself, so to speak. You know what I mean? And it doesn't kind of take out critical strangers on either side of the board, so that's something to consider. As far as construct goes, still, I'm a little concerned, though, because it is the 3-cost slot, which, of course, competes with all the merchants and smugglers. So that could be an issue. Then again, if you are kind of putting it in the stranger deck, I don't know how heavily stranger decks rely on smugglers. So there's some tension there. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to print new cards. And I think this one's saucy. I like that it has multiple endgame applications where if you get this thing down on 3, maybe the 2/2 body is relevant, maybe it's not, but you're going to get 2 different abilities off of that. Later on in the game, having 2 power open that you can use to exhaust this to pump another unit can be quite relevant and nice to be able to maximize your power every single turn. And you have a big unit, you high roll something like unblockable or double damage or lifesteal, and that could be enough to swing a game in your favor very quickly.
I don't think it'll do like repeat battle skills, right? So as you start stacking battle skills on a unit, you should be guaranteed to get a fresh one each time you activate this, right?
Yeah, unless it's a different unit. I think each unit is unique, so you could probably...
Sure, I just mean on the same... If you keep stacking them on the same unit, it'll eventually get to the one you're looking for if it goes like that.
Hopefully it's exalted first. All right, sweet. Well, I'm super excited to try out Strange Ally. Thank you once again, John, for spoiling it, both for the podcast as well as our great fans and listeners out there and the rest of the Eternal community. I really appreciate it. I know they did. So thank you, John.
Yeah, I hope y'all are as hyped for this new set as I am.
All right, guys, that will do it for this video. Of course, you can catch me streaming live every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday at twitch.tv/Jedi_EJ. And of course, if you made it this far and want to see more videos like this, feel free to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button so you get notified whenever new videos like this go live again. I'll do it. Until next time, as always, happy gaming.